sounds good. You're gonna get in trouble anyway.
I still get with you.
There we go. We're trying to stay alert. They say don't offend nobody with these videos. Here we go.
There we go. Pillow Talk.
Family, thanks for tuning in to Lifeline, where we live, lit, and local. This is our Pillow Talk edition. We're sharing with you principles and rules that we live by in order to have a successful relationship. Hopefully some of this information help you and your partner be better partners. We've been talking about don't say the D word and dealing with some of the issues as it relate to relationship, recapping some of those areas that we talked about in those 16 principles. And we started with conversation. And one of the things my wife liked to share with you, one thing we pulled some of the top things that cause people to say the D word.
So it reads, the most commonly reported major contributors to divorce are lack of commitment, infidelity, and conflict and arguing.
Yeah.
The most common final straw reasons are infidelity, domestic violence, and substance use. And more participants blame their partners than blame themselves for
the
divorce.
blame game.
So we've talked about, the commitment and communication. We've also talked about infidelity. We're going to talk about conflict and arguing.
That's it, conflict and arguments. Hey, they coming, whether you want to or not.
You ain't gonna agree on everything.
Listen, I don't know no perfect couple. I believe every couple have their own issues. And you heard me say a time before, whatever you fail to confront, you will never conquer. Meaning you will have to have what we call heated, passionate discussions. So, it's no way around it. And with that being said, sometimes you just got to stand 10 toes deep and address some of the issues that's in the room. And I found out it's a better way than slamming doors, running out, slamming the gas in the car and driving off, but taking your time and dealing with the issue. And sometimes it takes a couple of days to unpack, because sometimes we have stuff that deep and buried on the inside of us even before we came in a relationship. And then when you come in with baggage, sometimes we got to take the time to unpack those baggage.
Something your dad used to say all the time that's always stuck with me was THINK before you SPEAK.
Oh, this boy spelling out loud.
So sometimes you can feel like you're right, or you want to get your point across because you want the other person to understand and feel what you're feeling. You want them to understand you at its core, right? Sometimes you have to take a moment to just sit back and think about what it is you're going to say and how you're going to say that thing before you open your mouth.
Soft word, turn away,
they
rap.
say you can say something in 5 minutes that you can't take back in 5 years. Like you can scar your partner.
Yeah.
You can damage your relationship with the very words that you speak. So I've always been careful about what I say and how I say it. Because as women, we know we can cut you. We get the roll in our eyes, pop in our mouth, and we come up with some inventive ways of saying some off-the-wall type stuff when we're mad, right? When you learn your partner, you learn how to talk to them.
Yeah.
How to consider their feelings, their emotions, and their perspective of what it is you guys are not agreeing on. Once you realize that about your partner, it's not to say you won't have conflict, because you're going to have conflict, but it can prevent the arguments. Oh, I already know, so we not finna be arguing. Like, it ain't no calling out the name, slamming doors, leaving the house, sleeping in opposite rooms. It ain't none of that.
Don't put your head on somebody's child. My mom said, don't put your hands on nobody else's children. That ain't your child.
But that's all a part of understanding your partner and knowing how to talk to them, you know?
Got to communicate and got to share, and then you got to address those issues in the relationship at times. And something we talked to our kids the other day, just asking them what their perception is of us. And they didn't have anything to say negatively because they never saw us arguing. And it had me thinking, we go in the closet, go in the restroom, go sit in the car, whatever, because we really believe that principle when I say you praise in public and you punish in private. And what I mean by that, your issues, you got to deal with it. You ain't never seen me go to Facebook, never seen her go to Facebook, just airing out our issues. Yeah, we ain't finna just do nothing like that, because we want whatever happened in the house to stay in the house and to deal with our issues, so we can rebuild, heal, and grow. It's kind of hard to do that when you got outside distraction and deterrent that pulling you away. You're going to have to confront some things, and you're going to have to unpack some things. And sadly but true, many times people come into a relationship with baggage and come in with some things from past relationship. And here it is now, you're basing this new relationship off something that happened in the past. And when you do that, you don't give that person a chance. And I'll say this, and I tell couples this all the time: stop trying to compare yourself or compare this new person to the last person. And you could tell when somebody been in a relationship, and they even talk about that when they've been married before. It's hard for them to take something in the second marriage because they left the first one, the second one, then they leaving even faster, and then the third one, you better not even raise your voice because I'm gone. And some of that comes because you never dealt with some of the issues. And you hear people say, my mama had to deal with this, so I ain't dealing with this. Or they'll say, you ain't my daddy. So you got all these issues going on because the truth of the matter, nobody ever came to the table to be open, honest, and vulnerable in a relationship. And if you want your relationship to grow, you're going to have to be open, honest, and vulnerable, and put yourself. And this was crazy about love, y'all. Check this out. Get this information. What's crazy about love is you got to put yourself in a vulnerable, hurtful position each and every time. Because what it says is every time I go back to it, I got to expose myself again. But if I come in there closed, guarded, you heard me the last time, I ain't going to let you do me that again. So when you come in there like that, it's not a genuine love, because what you're saying is I'm refraining from giving myself all. I don't know. I tell people, I don't know how you do it. I couldn't come home like that. Like, I got to keep one eye open, phone, got to protect myself. I don't know if she's going to throw grits on me or whatever. I couldn't do it. So I'm telling you, I love to deal with the conflicts and the issues so I can rest peacefully, knowing, hey, what you doing in there? You ain't turning the oven or nothing on. So with that, you understand that, so you're able to build off of that, and that help your relationship grow and mature. That's how you handle conflict, because conflict is coming. In a real relationship that worth its salt, they done been through something, they done had heated arguments, but then they came through it because they knew in the underlying foundation of their relationship, they had something stronger than the conflict.
Yeah. Just to kind of piggyback off of something he said, he was talking about how when you go into a new relationship, you will say, well, my mama did that, I ain't dealing with none of that. Or I dealt with that in my last relationship, I ain't got time, you know. I think that when you leave a relationship, you have to have a period of, self-reflection, time for you to heal, reflect on what you just been through, gone through, come out of, so that as you enter into a new relationship, you don't bring that extra baggage. A lot of the times you bring extra baggage from relationships, and like he said, you're comparing this new guy to the old guy, and he lost and confused. He think you bipolar.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Toe
Because you didn't take the time to heal from your past hurts.
Yeah.
And then when you think about your parents, maybe you saw something that you just knew, okay, I'm not tolerating that in my relationship. Well, maybe that's a generational curse you need to break, or a hurt you need to heal from as well. So before you enter into a relationship with someone new, take time to heal. Take time to break some generational curses so that you can go into this new relationship expecting nothing but greatness, no exit plans, no exit strategies, vulnerable, and just willing to love and be free and enjoy life. Yeah.
But listen, if you like this video, make sure you come in and comment conflict. Like this video, share this video. Most of all, live this video.
You got
Listen, let's do life together. Stay connected. Pillow Talk.